Hi guys, so I'm back with another video, and this time I'm just going to show you guys that my iPad is running on data network. So as I said in my previous video that I would use my Net 10 $50 plan because I don't want to activate another AT&T SIM card for no reason, just to show you guys that data is working. So I did a little bit of tweaking and I got my track phone, aka Net 10, which runs on AT&T network, SIM card working on my iPad. Now, in order to get this SIM card to work on the iPad, because this is not the iPhone, so unlike on iPhone with the iOS 7.0.3, the iPhone would automatically assign the APN, but because this is a tablet, this is treated as a different device, the APN settings are not automatically set up. So you must manually set up the APN settings prior to inserting the SIM card. To do that, all you have to do is just go to Safari, go to this website, unlockit.co.nz, select Net 10 and select the TF data. That's the APN that you want. Select it, then click on Create APN. It's going to bring you up to Settings, and over here you can see that I have the profile installed for the Net 10. Once you have that set up, pop in your SIM card, and then you may have to toggle airplane mode one to two times for the data to come up. And if you still don't get cellular data like LTE to work, just turn the LTE off and turn it back on and it'll come up. So as you can see here, my data is working. I'll just reload NFL.com and there you go. It's working pretty good. I'm going to do a speed test for you guys too so you could just see it. It's not the greatest. For some reason when I'm on the inner side of my apartment, I don't get as good of the ping rate and the speeds on down, but upload is usually pretty good. And as you can see, the ping is a little bit high. Data for LTE is pretty good. I mean, I don't notice any lags or anything like that when I'm loading a video, but you can see 4.3. If I'm closer to the window, I'll get up to 10. And as you can see, upload is pretty good. I usually always do get 10 or more on upload, no matter where I am in my apartment. So there you have it. You can get your Straight Talk SIM card working on the iPad if you like. And as I mentioned earlier, all iPads come factory unlocked, so you do not need to get them unlocked to use on a different network. So no matter who you buy your iPad from, anywhere in North America, you could just take it to another carrier and use it. Now that same goes for global. Of course, LTE bands differ, so if you buy a phone from North America, I don't know if it'll work 100% on your European or Asian carriers, but the odds are it probably will because iPad packs a lot of LTE bands now. And you could also activate, as I mentioned in the previous video, you could activate this particular iPad, the iPad Air, and the new iPad Mini Retina. You could activate these ones into you could activate these models on even Verizon and Sprint because they have the MEID, as you can see right here, which is the ESN that Verizon and Sprint requires in order to activate a device. And Apple, thankfully, here makes the devices universal. So unlike the iPad 2 and the 3, where you have to pick and choose, now you don't have to do that. Now you have one device and it works on all networks. No matter what network it is in North America, you can use it on your iPad. And this is good because if you're getting a better deal on data from another network, you don't have to worry about sticking with your own network for your cellular service. For example, like if you're enjoying AT&T so much, you may want to get data plan from Verizon because Verizon, some places have superior coverage. So this is great for people that want to do that. And from what I know, in order to get Verizon to work on here, you will need to get the Verizon SIM card. You could get that from their website or go to a store and they'll give you one, because you need to put that SIM card into the iPad in order for it to detect or in order for it to enable the CDMA portion, just to like power it on. It's technically enabled, unlike the iPhones. It is enabled, but in order to power it on, for it to connect to Verizon or Sprint, you just need one of their SIM cards. Okay, so I'm gonna pop in my T-Mobile SIM card here. So here you go, guys. This is the Net 10 track phone SIM card. So here we have our T-Mobile. Now that I'm switching SIM cards, I'm going to go ahead and remove the I'm going to remove the APN profile that I had installed for the Net 10, because in order for this SIM card to work, it needs to remove that, because T-Mobile, once again, is an official carrier. So the APN settings will get configured right away. And you can see here, T-Mobile uses the fast T-Mobile.com APN. So LTE didn't come up the first attempt, so we're just going to try to get the LTE to come up. We do have pretty good coverage here in Chicago for T-Mobile LTE, especially because I'm in the downtown or near downtown area. So we do get pretty good coverage, and I'm hoping that while I'm making the video, I can get LTE to show up. So this is running on the 200 megabytes per month free. I didn't sign up for any other data plan because, one, I just don't really need it. Most places have Wi-Fi, but for on the go to check emails and things like that, that 200 megabytes is really going to come handy. And the best part, it's free. Okay, so the speeds were terrible on 4G T-Mobile. Let's try to get the LTE to come back, and I really hope it does come up. It was working before I started making the video. Maybe if I turn off the cellular data in general. Okay, well, it keeps going back down to 4G because I guess the LTE coverage here is a little bit lower. But nevertheless, it's working pretty good, and everything does work, all the apps and things like that. We are able to get data working. And as always, AT&T usually does perform a lot better than T-Mobile. That's a given at any time. We're hoping that in the near future, T-Mobile is able to, ramp up its coverage and improve the network. Okay, so we got LTE. Let's try to do a speed test now and see how it goes. $37, and yeah, oh yeah, look at that. There's a huge difference right there. So that's T-Mobile's LTE. Even though it's a little spotty, you don't get it every time and all the time, but when you do get it, you do get good speeds. And strangely, it's a little opposite of AT&T, where you get lower download speeds but higher uploads. With T-Mobile, you get another. You get the opposite. So I'll do it again and see if it's any better this time. Looks like we're passing 10. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty good. And one thing I wanted to show you guys is the Wi-Fi. I mean, my network, my plan that I pay for my Comcast internet is usually about 25, they say. But I noticed that on the iPad Air, the Wi-Fi performance is much, much better. I'm getting more than what I normally get on my iPhone. My iPhone usually caps out at like 25, 26. But with the iPad, I'm actually getting, I mean, I'm not saying that, it's making my internet faster. But overall, like the Wi-Fi performance from my Airport Express to here is pretty good. As you can see right here, the speeds are just amazing. So once again, guys, this is the iPad Air running on Net 10 AT&T SIM card and T-Mobile 4G LTE. Both working fully, and as always, iPads do come unlocked, so please don't waste your money trying to get it unlocked from somebody. And if you guys have any questions, please rate, comment, and subscribe. I'll be more than happy to address anything else that you guys want to see or you guys want me to talk about or explain. That's not an issue. And I will make another video with a couple of apps, maybe a couple of games, and see how the performance of the iPad Air is. So that's all for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.